This is the Above the Corner podcast.
Come on!
Good evening, citizens of Earth.
Let's get it.
Citizens of Earth, Origin, or any other planet in the solar system.
Chef Ron and Tay come together to bring you real-life experiences. That's right. We touch on everything from life itself, entrepreneurship, family, business, finance, and so much more. We going above it all, baby.
Another job well done.
All right, fellas, let's get to it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Chef Ron, the great, aka the Corner Store Chef, aka the biggest speaker in the 7-5. Listen, man, we got a very, very special guest today. Today, we're gonna dive into a subject that we have not yet touched on the show. We talking about financial literacy. I got my man Marquis in the building. Keith, what's going on, player?
What's going on?
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Word. So, go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and all of that.
So I'm formerly known as Marquis, aka the Glue, the man that put it all together.
Okay. Yeah. Where you from?
I'm from right here, Newport News. I was raised right here in Newport News. I'm originally from South Carolina, Charleston.
Okay. And so, what brings you on the show today?
I just want to tell the people about something that's been missing for a long time in our community: financial literacy, credit, how to build it, leverage it, and create a pretty nice lifestyle for yourself.
Okay, so you repair credit, correct?
Yes.
What got you into? Matter of fact, I'm about to edit this out. Mm-hmm. Same stuff you told me before we started rolling. Mm-hmm. Run that down.
As far as what had me in.
Yeah, how you walked away from your job and all of that.
Okay. So yeah, I fixed my credit and I did such a good job at it. Fixed some of my family credit, did a pretty good job at that. They pretty much boosted me into doing it for other people. Well, I started doing that, and I was also working 9-to-5 job, driving trucks. And then my employer, they gave me a 25-cent raise. Like I said, I was already doing my credit repair business on the side. And as soon as they did that, I just knew it was time to go. It was time to go full force with this and bring it to the streets.
Yeah, because how long was you there at the truck?
I was 2 years. 2 years.
They gave a 25-cent raise.
25-cent raise. I'm talking about, I'm that driver you can call on Saturday, I'm at work, you want 14 hours, I got you.
Right.
And you gonna do me like that? But they give the other guy, he call out every other day, he got $1.
Yeah.
I get a quarter, that's a slap in the face.
That's definitely a slap in the face.
He ain't gonna slap me without getting hit back.
Right. And that's enough to, especially knowing what you're worth and knowing what you can do, that's it definitely makes you walk away from a situation like that. Exactly. Because like you said, you can get your own money, and what are you going to do with 25 cents?
Exactly.
And every 4 hours, that's only an extra $1. That's terrible.
And 25 cents, what's that? $10 a week.
Right.
I can't do nothing with that.
So how did the ball get rolling to where you knew that you was able to do what you did for yourself and for your family, for other people?
Well, if it wasn't for my kid's mother, actually, I'll give her a little shout out. She actually gave me a little push in the back. She threw me out there on Facebook, actually. Started telling her story about how I fixed her credit. Credit jumped up about 130 points.
Wow.
Yeah, in a month. So once a lot of people got whiff of her story, they started contacting me and started from there. And really, I still wasn't taking it serious until this guy, he was a real estate investor. He was in Virginia Beach, and he contacted me. He was a client of mine, and he told me, yeah, man, I had $1 million loan. I couldn't get approved for it because I had no credit.
Right.
So I got all the money. I got the money.
Yeah.
He said, I just don't have no credit. And he said he couldn't get this $1 million loan for this property he had. So he came to me. When I looked at it, he had about 450 or so.
Okay.
By the time he was done with me, he said he had a 650. And, business still booming, and he was able to do what he had to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
How long of a time span was that to gain
that took about 30, 45 days right there, yeah.
That's not bad. 200 points in 45 days.
Yeah.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, for sure. And once you understand, like, what the structure of a credit report, those points go off those structures where you have, whether it's 35% of your credit is off of payment history.
Okay.
So as soon as you miss one payment of credit, as soon as you miss a payment of either your mortgage, auto loan, whatever case may be, something that's reporting on your credit report, that's enough to drop your credit score 50 to 150 points.
Wow.
Because that's the bulk of your points right there.
Right.
It's coming off payment history. And then a lot of people don't realize they might not say they have a credit card and they have a $500 limit, but they use $400 of it and they making minimum payments. Well, now your utilization is at 90%.
Right.
And that's 30% of your credit report right there. So that utilization will kill your credit score. It will bring it down. So the minute you get over that 30%, it only hurts it more and more and more. Ideally you want to keep it below 30%, but to get the best data points, you want to be below 10%.
Okay.
So a $500 credit card, you want to stay under 50.
Okay.
Granted, you can use that credit card, you can max out as many times as you want, but on that payment date, you need to pay it all the way down. Then you have another date, it's a statement date. That's when they collect that data to send to the credit report, the credit agencies. So your Capital One credit card, your due date was, let's say, July 4th, right? But your statement day is July 7th. Well, you can make that $25 payment of that $400 from the $500, but on the 7th, you want to make sure it's below that 30% or that 10%, because that's what's going to report to the credit bureau. Okay. Yeah.
So, as far as the payment history, say I do miss a payment, right? And that takes me from 100% history to 90% history.
Right.
Is it possible to ever get back up to 100% payment history?
It is. As you have to get on those things quick, because as soon as you get to 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, 120 days late, now it's tough.
Okay.
Like now you got a problem. But you can write something that's called a goodwill. You can get a goodwill letter, send it off to the creditors. And you want to send this to the creditors, not the credit bureau, because they are the ones that sent this to the credit bureau that reported that you was late on your payment.
Okay.
So, or you can even call them. Sometimes you can ask them for forgiveness, especially if you had this account for 5 years, you never missed a payment. You ask for good grace. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they will do it. Sometimes they won't. You have to keep on calling because that one person you spoke to the first time, they might not do it.
Right.
Hang up, call again. Because there's multiple people to talk to. And that one person might do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all of just, drawing the sticks.
Yeah, so I have 100% payment history.
Right.
And I got like 7 different cards.
Right.
And with that many, it'd be, especially with me running multiple businesses and stuff, I might forget to pay the card.
Right.
So when I called one time, I got everything on auto now.
That's the best way to do it.
So I called one time, the first time I ever missed a payment, it was like I caught it the very next day. It was Capital One.
Okay.
And I called them, I'm a loyal customer. I've never missed a payment. I was like, I just got my dates mixed up. I was like, can y'all please not report this? And he told me, he was like, oh no, you're good. He said, as long as you make a payment before 30 days after your due date, we don't report it.
Okay.
Walk us through that. Talk to us about that.
So when that situation with you, was that during the pandemic? Or was that before? Was that last year?
I want to say it was before the pandemic.
It was before the pandemic? Okay. So a situation like that, like I was just saying, once you get over that 30 days, that's when you start having the problem. 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. Now it's like, okay, you're not responsible. Because the credit report is nothing but your responsibility to pay back. Like, it's your face card.
Right.
Like, if you was in the streets and somebody fronted you something, let's keep it like this. If somebody fronted you something, all right, they'll front you again because they don't mind because you paid it back.
You brought that money back.
Yeah, you brought it back. Versus if you didn't pay that person back and they cut you off, now you're trying to go to somebody else and they heard about what you did.
You already told them, yeah.
Same thing with your credit report. They can see, oh no, you ain't pay this person back. So
why would you gonna pay me back?
Exactly. So why would I give you my money? But if I do give you some money, I'm gonna tack on this high interest rate. So when you are making your payments, I'm gonna make more money off of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much do inquiries affect your score?
Inquiries really don't affect your score too bad, unless you're getting a lot of them at one time, like going to get a car.
Okay.
I can't stand car dealerships. I really can't stand them because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They just want to sell that car.
Yeah.
And they're going to shop your credit around to 20 different people. That's 20 different inquiries that you're not going to notice until, well, if you have a credit monitor service, you'll know that day, but it's not going to hit you probably until like a couple of days later when you're going to see your score drop about 30 points. off of those 20 different accounts, off those 20 different inquiries from those 20 different lenders that seen your credit report, you know?
Okay.
So inquiries, they fall off in 2 years. They're easy to get off. They're one of the easiest things to get off, because especially if you don't have an account for that inquiry.
Right.
So they're a lot easier to get off. But yeah, inquiries and car dealerships, they will hurt you.
Yeah, and I don't know about that person because we got a car November 2019. And I'm actually at work.
Yeah.
And I got Credit Karma and stuff on my phone.
So you got that alert.
And I keep seeing the alert after alert after alert after alert. And I'm like, yo, why do they keep running my joint? Like, it was bugging me out. And then 30 days later, now I got 11 inquiries on my report, and 9 of them alone was from the car dealership.
Yep.
And like you said, they was just running until they found a bank to accept me. They just kept running, kept running. And it, like you said, it didn't hurt me that bad, but at the end of the day, it did knock me down a couple points that I felt was unnecessary.
Probably took them down by what? A lot of times, depending on how many you get, they'll range from 1 point per inquiry or 2 points per inquiry.
Okay.
It varies depending on your profile, how it's set up and structured. But yeah, inquiries can be a reason. I done seen some people with 50 inquiries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It gets up there. And I don't understand, because when you go in the shop for a car, the best thing to do, go to your bank. If you got Navy Federal, go to your bank, get a check from them. That way you went to that one person, either they're going to accept you or they're going to deny you. But if they denied you, now you know what you need to work on, because they're going to tell you why you got denied.
Okay.
Then you come to somebody like me, get your credit repaired, and then it's a lot easier. It's a lot cheaper anyway to get your credit fixed before you go get a car. Because interest, you're getting 16% interest on a car. Let's say a $20,000 car, 16%. You probably gonna pay extra what, $10,000?
Yeah,
almost something like that.
About 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there.
Extra on top of that original principal.
With the taxes.
On top of that also. So you wanna, it's expensive to have bad credit. It costs you more to have bad credit than it do to have good credit.
Okay. So I'm new to this, right? I don't even know my credit score. I don't know how to check my credit score. I don't know if I can get a credit card. I don't know where to get a credit card, what type of credit card. Walk me through the very, very beginning. I'm fresh 18 years old. I don't know nothing about credit.
First thing I would do, download Credit Karma. It's free. It's going to break down everything, your payment history, your utilization, derogatory remarks, the age of your credit, and it's going to show you inquiries. And it's all structured from highest to lowest by just the way I said it. First, you want to look there. You're automatically, if you don't have no credit, you're not going to have anything. You probably won't even have a score. First thing you want to do, apply for a credit card.
Hold on, not to cut you off. So it's possible to not have a score at all?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you cannot have a score. If you don't have anything in your name, you don't have a score.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually, it's easier to deal with something like that. Because all you gotta do is build it at that point.
Right.
You have no negative accounts.
Okay.
Nothing. All you gotta do is build it, and it's so much easier because it's tricks and techniques that you can build a strong profile in 30 days.
Gotcha.
And you can really look like you had credit in 10 years.
Okay.
10 years of credit, even at 18.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for a newbie, I'll go apply for a credit card. I would not get a secured credit card at all. I don't really condone secured credit cards because they're like training wheels.
Right.
And the minute you get a secured credit card and you got like 3 or 4 of them because you're just starting out, well, now you got a $200 secured card, $300 secured card. Well, you got these low limits.
Right.
Versus you can ask someone like a mom or dad or cousin, auntie, whoever it may be, say if they have a credit card they have for 5 years with a nice low limit on it, they can add you as an authorized user. Okay. That's a nugget right there. A lot of people don't know. They can be added on someone else's credit card and piggyback off of their credit history. So if I got added to your credit card and you had it for 10 years with a $20,000 limit, right. As soon as you add me up there, I got 10 years on the $20,000 limit reported on my credit card. I really don't have it, but the creditor thinks I have it. They can see that I have that reporting on my credit report, So now I go apply. Let's say I was a Navy Federal credit card you add me to. I got Navy Federal Bank. I go apply for a Navy Federal credit card. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get $10,000 to $15,000 for my first credit card. But if I had those secured credit cards, my limit probably would have been less because they see 200, 300. They're going to average it in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They go, well, this person gave you this, or that person gave you that, so I'm gonna give you a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I first started, I got I did get the security cards.
Yeah. A lot of people do.
And they say it's wise to not, even if, say I got a car right now for $500, and then I go get one for $50,000.
Yeah.
Should I or should I not close out that $500 card?
No, never. You never close out a credit card. Never ever, because that's age. And you want that age. Because as soon as you close out that credit card, that 5 years ago, say if you had that credit card for 5 years, well, that 5 years is gone. Okay. They're not reporting it no more. It's closed. They have nothing to report for you. Now they're just reporting up the ones you just opened prior to that. You know?
And they actually hurt your credit, correct? If you close an account?
Yeah, it will most definitely hurt your credit.
Okay. Yeah. So what's on Credit Karma? Help me out. Equifax. Is it Equifax?
Equifax and TransUnion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the third one?
And Experian.
Okay, Experian. Mm-hmm. So I learned that as well. When I went to go apply for my car, I saw on Credit Karma, I was in the 650 area, but then when I went to go get the car and they showed me my report, it said I was 585.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Because you have Credit Karma is showing you a vintage, and then when the creditor runs your report, they're looking at the FICO. So the FICO and the vintage, they're two different mathematical systems. Banks use FICO. A lot of credit monitoring servers like a Credit Karma or Credit Sesame or Identity IQ, they use vintage scores. Whether it's the 2.0, 3.0, I forget the different levels of them. But the creditor, they're looking at the vintage. And pretty much what that is, the way they calculate the score is just going to be different from what you see. But as long as your profile is built out the right way, everything is going to add up the same. You don't want to have no derogatory marks. You want to keep your inquiries below 4 to 5 inquiries. You want to really be below 4. Perfect payment history, good utilization with your credit cards, and a good mixed credit report. When I say mixed credit report, that means revolving credit and installments. An installment is like an auto loan, student loan, mortgage. Those are installment loans.
Okay.
And you got revolving on your credit cards and credit limits or credit lines of credit. Those are your revolving. And when you go and apply for, an installment loan, all that means you're in debt. Because as soon as you get an installment loan, that means you have a due date and you got a due date every month. Okay. Versus this revolving credit, I only have a due date when I use it.
Right.
And then when I use it, I get it back. Okay. So you can look at revolving as added into your net worth. So if you got $1 million of credit, you're worth $1 million. Okay. But if you have $1 million home, you're $1 million in debt. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So that plays a factor also in with the FICO too, your debt to income ratio, your DTI. So if you're only making $1 million and then you got $1 million home, you're not making no money. You understand what I'm saying? But
break that down for me.
So you got $1 million home, right? But you owe $1 million, right? So if you put on the credit application that my annual revenue is $1 million, but I know for a fact you got the $1 million home, right? You're zeroed out
plus other bills.
Okay. So your debt to income ratio is too high. You're a liability.
Okay. Yeah. And what's a good DTI?
A good DTI, I'll say 30%. You want to be at least 70% in the good. Just like when you're going to get an apartment, how they ask you they want you to make 2 times the rent. Yeah. Same difference. That's pretty much how they come up with those numbers, the debt to income ratio. Okay. Yeah. So basically they want to make sure they're getting paid. Yeah. Make sure you can afford it. Yeah. Okay. And not be struggling to make the payments.
All right. Yeah. So walk me through, I come to you, 50 grand in debt. I got repossessions. I got evictions. Mm-hmm. How can you help me make my credit look So when I do go apply for something, I can get an apartment now. I can get a car again.
So the first thing I'll do, I'll clean up all the negative accounts. All that 50,000 in debt, I'll wipe all that out for you. And then once that's cleaned up, depending on how your credit is structured, you might need more accounts. Then I offer that assistance also. I help people build their credit where they can get added onto one of my credit cards.
Okay.
And that might help them. They might need age. They might need a credit limit.
Right.
You know, whatever case may be, I got different cards for different situations. So if they're trying to get a house, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna need the limit and the age. A car, you really just need the limit. For that, age don't really matter. Run that question back by me again.
I said if I got.
Oh yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, how can you help?
So yeah, that 50,000, like I said, 50,000 nothing. I know I done got $100,000 off one person credit report before. And
wow.
All they paid with me was $400.
Right.
Yeah. So, just stuff like that right there. Just first you want to fix it because you can't help your credit like adding profiles to it to help it before you fix it. You need to fix it before you help it. Because that's like putting sugar on shit.
Right.
It's still gonna taste like shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Okay, so, damn, I had the question. I gotta bring it back. So, you wipe my credit away, right? Mm-hmm. You fix everything. What's my next move after that?
Next move after that is maintaining it. Once it's fixed, it needs to be maintained. You want to get a credit monitoring service. You want to get one better than Credit Karma. So you want to invest in yourself, in your credit. You want to invest in yourself by getting an elite credit monitoring service like Identity IQ, where they monitor 24/7. They're going to let you know if your identity is being used on the dark web. They're going to let you know every little thing about your credit. Even if someone took a peek at it and it's not even a hard inquiry, a hard pull, they're going to let you know even if it's a soft pull. Okay. Somebody took a look. Somebody's doing something to your credit. So that's something that you want to invest in once your credit is good, because you don't want to get to the 800s and you never invested in a credit monitoring service and you don't put all this time and effort into building and fixing your credit. Now somebody got hold of your identity.
Yeah.
And now all that work you done put in, somebody just brought you down.
Yeah. So how hard is it to work an identity theft process? I've been a victim of identity theft twice actually. I was on my way, when I was living in New Jersey, I was on my way to Virginia. Mm-hmm. I was actually asleep in the car. My cousin was driving. Something said, "Wake up and check your account." Mm-hmm. I started seeing hits at a Target in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. We literally still in New Jersey. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Clean my account out. Second time I checked Credit Karma. Mm-hmm. They said I had an apartment in a town in New Jersey I've never even been to. Mm-hmm. So how hard is it to get to prove that was not you and get that stuff off of your credit report?
Stuff like that is not hard, especially when you can prove I wasn't here at this time.
Right.
It's like an alibi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got that alibi, it ain't hard. Mind you, people take advantage of situations like that, and they know us now. Right. But they might say, "Oh, that won't me." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it most definitely, like identity theft is at an all-time high right now. So it's not hard to say that wasn't me.
Okay. You just dispute the transactions or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then another thing, you said you woke up and you check your bank account, but you know why your money was gone? Because somebody got your debit card information from swiping somewhere. That's why it's so important to use other people's money. So you rather think about it like this. Would you rather walk down the alley with $10,000 of your money or somebody else's money, knowing it's a high risk?
Yeah, definitely somebody else.
So you walk around you swipe other people's money. You use your credit cards.
Okay.
So when you use your credit cards and somebody get a hold of that credit card information, well, that's not yours. You know what I'm saying? Those people are gonna go after their money. They're gonna get their money, but you're not held responsible for it. Versus somebody taking money out of your personal bank account. Now that's your money. Now you got to wait on the bank to give you your money back. Right. Granted, they do pretty good with it, but there's some cases out there where they got to wait 30, 60 days to get their money back. They might really need that money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, so it's best to use other people's money, especially when you're trying to build a business.
Yeah.
And you don't have that source to go out there and ask mom or dad, hey, I need some money, I'm trying to do this and do that. You go to credit, you go to these creditors, you go to the bank.
Yeah.
Show them your credit. Oh, you need X amount. Okay, you can get it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Business credit. Is it the same as personal credit? Like if I apply for business credit, are they going to run all my information for me to get a business credit card?
Yes, they are. As a personal guarantor, because your business is so new. Being that your business is new and you have no trade lines on your business side, they're going to use your personal to judge who you are.
As a person?
As a person.
Got you.
More so as a creditor. You know what I'm saying? Because technically we are the original creditors. You know what I'm saying? The banks, they don't have no money.
Right.
They legally can't have money.
Okay.
It's a Federal Reserve. That's why money have Federal Reserve note. They send your request off to the Federal Reserve, and then the Federal Reserve sends the money to the bank, and that's how you get your money.
Okay.
So when you apply, and I just threw myself off.
We talking about applying for a business credit.
So when you applying for business, you want to structure the hell out your personal, and this come back to building it. Once you fix it, you want to build it, because really credit is about getting out of personal and getting into the business. That's what the meat and potatoes at.
Okay.
That's what the meat and potatoes at. So like, boom. Let's say you came to me, you got your credit fixed. Now you good. You got 100% payment history. You got credit card utilization good. Everything's neat and clean. Everything. You're probably sitting at about, let's say you probably just sitting at 600. Now let's say you put $5,000 into your credit to buy trade lines, or even buy authorized users, because people trade their credit card slots. And when you buy a slot off somebody's credit card, let's say you buy 2 credit cards for $1,200, right?
Okay.
And that credit card was 15 years old, $30,000. Then the second one was 10 years old, $30,000. So now on your personal credit, it's showing you got $60,000 of credit limit in an average age of 12 years.
12 years, that's exactly the number I had.
So you got 12 years, $60,000. Now let's go get some business funding, right?
Okay.
When you apply for business, and they look at your personal and see that you got a $60,000 of credit on your personal, well, you get probably 2-3 times that limit on that one credit card for your business.
Oh my.
Yeah. It get real spooky when it comes down to credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you said I got my regular credit cards maxed out, that's gonna hurt me. If I got a business card maxed out, how does that affect?
It's going to affect you because it's a revolving. You don't have that money no more until you pay it off. You don't get that money back until you pay it off. You can't use it again until you pay it off. So when that utilization is not going to report to your personal.
So it's not going to affect me like a maxed out personal credit card. Okay.
It'll affect you on your business end.
On the cash flow.
Yeah, cash flow. Yeah, but as far it won't reflect on your personal. Now if that account was to become derogatory or going to collections, now that's going to affect your personal, because when you signed up, you're a personal guarantor. Anytime you use your social to acquire business credit, you're a personal guarantor, a PG, which a lot of people might hear, a PG. And when you don't use your social when applying for business, that's straight business credit. That's all business. It's not going to affect your personal at all. But that's the best thing to do right there. Build your personal credit. You want to build your personal credit and leave it alone.
Okay.
Now you want to move up your business credit. Everything you do in life, I feel like everybody should have an LLC.
Okay.
If you have an LLC and you got good credit, you can drive. You can hire yourself as a driver. You drive yourself to work.
That's a fact.
Now you got all these different expenses. Now you got this good credit. You got all this money sitting on your business side in credit. You got expenses coming out. You can hire yourself as a driver. You could do something like that, or invest in real estate. You got all this money. Let's say you got $100,000 sitting on your business credit. You can liquidate all of that. And what I mean by liquidate, you can really take all of that money off
and turn it into cash.
And the way it's ways of doing it. Let's say you go into Apple and you buy $30,000 worth of stuff. you can return it with your credit card. But when you bought it, you did a split payment method. You're gonna put $29,000 on your credit card, probably do $1,000 on your debit card.
Okay.
Then you return it. You're gonna return it to your debit card. So that all that $29,000 just went straight to your bank account. So you got $29,000 sitting in your bank account. You didn't have to do no cash advance with no high interest rate or anything like that. Just straight cash at this point.
Right.
And you got 30 days to use it. But let's say you got another credit card. They got the same limit. You can do the same thing with that and just rotate that money. So that way you're hiding your utilization.
Okay.
Because I say that first payment wasn't due to the 1st, but the next payment on that second credit card won't due to the 15th.
Okay.
So you want to structure your credit. If you're going to do something like this, you want to structure your credit card like that type of payment. Well, I just took $29,000 off of here. I'm going to take $29,000 off of here. This one I'm about to report, so I can take this $29,000 and put it right here. Then I can, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And ultimately like that.
When you return the stuff, it's still a hit on your credit card though, right? That's not paid off, is it?
Well, you got the money, but you're hiding your utilization by rotating your money with those two credit cards.
Okay.
But let's say that $29,000 you needed that for a down payment on a property.
Right.
It's probably a quick flip. You use that $29,000. I got this property, fixed it up. I just sold it. You can flip property in a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
So let's say that $29,000 just turn you into $100,000 in the good.
And then you go pay the credit card off.
Well, you've pretty much been paying that credit card off already, because that second credit card you've been using that when you've been taking the money off your credit card doing the Apple method.
Okay.
You're gonna do that with the same credit card. You want to do them both at the same time, really. So that way you got what's that? $58,000. Yeah, $58,000 rotating. You got 29 in the real estate deal, but you got the other 29 playing with the credit.
Okay.
With the credit. So you're moving this money around, hiding this utilization.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. You. So is it possible to, I know it will probably be a big purchase, but would it be wise to, say, use your credit card and charge it against your business and then cash out that way as well?
You mean like make a purchase through your business so that it's showing?
Because you're going to get the money
flow.
at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then you got to worry about like taxes on the back end for your business.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
You want to keep all that stuff.
Oh, because it's going to show income coming in. And then you gotta pay. Okay. Got you.
And
Okay.
then just start getting a little spooky. A little bit more spooky.
Okay.
Doing stuff like that. But yeah, man, once you get these high limits, you want to use the money. You want to use other people's money. Any type of business adventure you got, this is how you do it. This is how you do it right here. Credit.
Okay. So what type of services do you offer? Like, as for, we know you clean up credit, but we know you do the
credit.
There's not secure line where you add people.
Yeah, so pretty much that's building a credit profile. I help people build a credit profile. Once your credit's built, I encourage everybody that comes my way. I tell them to get a business, go get an LLC.
Right.
And a lot of them do have businesses, but they don't know how to structure the business. They don't know how to build a business. So I walk them through that step also. So as personal funding, I help you get the money for your personal funding. Then I also help you get the money for your business funding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like a little mentorship included as well.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I gotta get paid for 10%.
Yeah.
If I help you get $100,000, you know, 10%, 10,000.
Yeah, and that ain't no problem. Yeah. I know people charging way more than that.
Way more.
Yeah, that's what's up. So where can the people reach you at? You got a website? You got an Instagram?
Yeah, I got a website, transcendsolutionsworldwide.com. Facebook, Marquis Frazier, and on Instagram, BossUp, BOSSUP_Keys, QUIS.
So you do a lot of credit. You work with credit repair, and this and that. Mm-hmm. Do you also you play on the market? Do you invest anything?
Yeah, anything I can make my money work for me, I'm into it. Stock market, one of my biggest ones that I love, my biggest passion really. But a lot of people, so many gurus out there. You gotta watch who you learn from.
Right.
Because everybody's technique isn't going to work. You want to have your own understanding when it comes down to the stock market. But that's the best way to do it. once they say invest then real estate. So you wanna have your nice strong portfolio. You wanna have the stock market in your portfolio. Nowadays, crypto. I feel like everybody should have some piece of crypto because it's only the start.
Yeah,
it's only the start.
Crazy. It's crazy you brought that up. Later today, I got an interview with I got somebody come on talking about crypto. Yeah,
it's just the start of crypto. And a lot of times, knowing too much will hurt you. Like I knew about Dogecoin, Dogecoin, whatever you want to call it. I knew about that sucker when it was less than a penny.
Right.
And I had a lot of friends in it. They like asking me about it. I was like, yeah, it's cool, but it's a joke. So I never could put my money into something like that because I knew where it sourced from. You know. So I missed that one, a big bag.
Yeah.
Big bag. I'm talking about. That sucker was less than a cent.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think at its peak it went to like 67, 68.
Yeah,
it's back down to like 25 right now. But everything is doing bad right now. My man was telling me in November it's supposed to be a big push.
Yeah, most definitely. Crypto about to do something scary. It's about to do something.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna go down any further, but it's most definitely gonna make a nice little push. A lot of people are focusing on Bitcoin, but it's the altcoins you really wanna do some research.
That's where you can see the most gain.
Yeah. I'll throw a couple out there. You got XTZ, Tezos. That's a good one to get into. I believe it's $3 or lower. Another one you want to look in. Ethereum is a good one. I feel like Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I feel like Ethereum going to be something in the future. It's used more throughout our life.
Yeah.
Especially with
computers.
Functionality. Yeah.
Well, most people don't understand, but Bitcoin might be the biggest. It's actually not the biggest. It was something bigger than Bitcoin. I forget the name of it. When Bitcoin was at 40 something, this joint was at 70.
Oh yeah.
I forget the name of it though. But Bitcoin has no functionality.
It has no purpose. Yeah, the project.
It can't do anything.
Yeah.
So people just look at that as a quick cash grab. But I mean, I don't know if Bitcoin will be around forever.
They might use it for some currency. They might use it as currency. That's the really only thing they can really use it for, currency. But Ethereum, yeah. I would put some change into Ethereum.
Okay.
Like that sucker sit for about 5 to 10 years. It's gonna be something.
Yeah. And would you recommend that? You know, people are always looking for a get rich quick scheme, and I feel like the stock market and crypto is not that.
It's not that. It can be, but you gotta time it. It's like everything, like every market is the same. It's all about time. Just like with real estate, stock market, cryptocurrency. It's all the same. It's all about timing. You have different phases. Every market has a phase, and you want to be in the right phase at the right time, doing the right things in that phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you advise to buy and hold.
If you're starting out, yeah. Okay. I don't. I play on the edge.
Okay.
Yeah. I trade. I do option trading. Crypto, I trade my crypto also. Yeah, stock market, if you want to get some money, options where it's at with the stock market for sure.
Okay, bet. Are you looking into teaching that in the future as well? Adding that to your resume?
I haven't really thought about that. This is something I do.
Yeah.
When I do it, I'm still being teached because there's so much to learn, so many different strategies. So if I was to find that one strategy that I see work and it works day in, day out, I wouldn't mind teaching it to the people. I'm all about giving back to the people.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
Pass on blessings.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you because, like you said, these are conversations that are not had. It's becoming more and more popular. Mm-hmm. You know, when we got situations like EYL, and you know, Him 500, and people like that. So the culture is shifting in that direction. For sure. But like people that's actually in the community that you can reach out and touch. And I know Marquis, he from downtown, he from uptown. Right. We don't have that. Exactly. So we definitely appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much, brother. Go ahead and close us out with a word of wisdom. Tell the people where they can find you and all of that.
Yeah, once again, my name is Marquis, aka The Glue, the man that keep it all together. Yeah, man, everything you thought you knew, you have no idea. You got to go out there and figure it out on your own, because one person's story isn't your story. So get out there, stay at it.
You got any shout outs?
Nah, not right now. You got me out there.
Too many. He said it's too many, man. Shout out to everybody. Look, man, I want to give a shout out to this week's drip. This brand is called Bando. I don't know where to find it or none of that. I'm gonna try to look it up and put it on the put it in the notes and everything. I was at a function this weekend and they were selling t-shirts. I said I need that blue. They gave me the blue, so shout out to them. Hopefully I can find them. But yeah, listen, man, we got my man Marquis. He gave out all the game on credit. If you need your credit cleaned up, wiped down, come see my man Keith. I'm gonna put his website, I'm gonna put his Facebook, I'm gonna put his Instagram all in the notes. Please make sure y'all reach out to this brother. If your credit is not where it's supposed to be, you know that. And $400 is not a big ticket to get all that debt and all that repossessions and all evictions all about your credit. Go ahead and spend that $400. You spent more than that on them pair of jeans last year. Right. Listen, man, it's Above the Corner podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything to get the algorithm flowing so we can get this to the top of the TL. When you see this, listen, put God first. Everything else gonna follow. Head up, chest out, run your laps. If you knew better, you do better. You get with a chef in a blue sweater. Above the Corner podcast, and we out.